Hi everyone, this is a part of Katy Groves, and this is part 3 of our video regarding how people can help stop child trafficking and help the survivor community as a whole. I would like to first say that I think that people have probably been expecting me to give some kind of list of organizations that are trying to help stop child trafficking and help the survivor community that I think people should donate to or volunteer their time with. This is a question I've received, and I'm guessing this is something people are wondering about, so I'm going to start by addressing this. I am not able to give anybody a list like this or to recommend any specific organizations to anyone for them to participate in any way. And the reason is because it has been my experience that organizations that claim to be trying to help people in these situations are often infiltrated by perpetrators or have actually been created by perpetrators. This is a very sad fact, but this is the truth. This does not mean that all of these organizations are bad or that if they do have some perpetrators involved, that it would not be worth one's time or money to give to them. It's just that I can't personally vouch for any specific group. I have not had enough personal experience working with any specific group to be able to say that they are safe. So what I recommend to people is that they be very cautious in donating to or even communicating with any organization that claims to be trying to stop human trafficking and help survivors. And I recommend that if somebody does want to go that route and get involved with any of those groups, that they just, like I said, be really careful and use as much discernment as possible. Because I do believe there are people working for good. It just, I think, takes a lot of discernment to be able to figure out who that is and how to interact with an organization that may not be completely safe, but may be safe enough that it is worth giving something to. I do, however, want to say that I know of 2 individuals, one of whom is a survivor of child trafficking and monarch mind control like me, and one of whom is a trauma survivor and ally to the RAMC and human trafficking survivor community, who are both experiencing homelessness right now, both have YouTube channels, and both of whom I've spoken to extensively online and can vouch for them as being absolutely wonderful people who are doing a lot to help the survivor community and who I think would be great places to divert one's energy. I didn't mean to dehumanize them by saying places. I more just meant their channels, the spaces they're creating with the work they do. I think that both of these people are great people and people who I think it would do a lot of good to give to, financially and or energetically, emotionally, spiritually, however you want to go about it. The survivor friend of mine, the one who's a survivor of RAMC, I mean to say, her name is Serenity Rain. Some of you I know are familiar with her. I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description below, and if you want to donate to her, you can go to the description of any of her videos. At least her most recent videos, if not all of them, give a way to donate. And the friend of mine who is a trauma survivor and ally to the community, she's also a former counselor who wants to get back into work when she gets out of homelessness and help survivors of all of this stuff. Her name is Dee. I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description also. And if you go to the descriptions of her videos, if not all of her videos and her most recent videos, you will find a way to donate to her as well. They're both, just like I said, awesome people. I don't want to sing their praises so much that I turn people off. I just honestly am so grateful for them and really do hope that people reach out to them in some way. So yeah, I think that's something that people can do. It doesn't have to necessarily be these 2 people that I've spoken of, but anybody who is individually involved in helping the survivor community. It may be easier to get to know somebody like that personally, as organizations are groups of people. It's just harder to know if they're safe because you can't necessarily talk to everybody who is involved. But with individuals, it's not that there can't be perpetrators backing them, especially if they are survivors of MC, like me or my friend Serenity. But I think it's easier to tell when an individual is safe than an organization, because it is just one person you have to be discerning about. So, yeah, that's what I have to say for that. I'm getting really overheated and dehydrated. So, what else do I want to say? I have a lot to say about detaching from exploitative systems, exploitative economic and political systems, and diverting one's energies towards things that are more helpful. But I'm just getting too overheated, so I'm going to save that for part 4. And I'm lastly going to just say for this video that people have been asking me how they can help me personally. So I would like to address that now. I would like to first say that I myself am not accepting any donations, financially or otherwise. I'm not accepting money. I'm not accepting gifts. It's not that I don't need any financial support, because I could benefit from it, very much so. It's that I don't think it is wise for me or appropriate for me to be asking for money on this channel, given the type of stuff I speak about. And it's not just that I speak about RAMC like my friend Serenity does. It's the, sorry to trip on my words, like my friend Serenity does, I mean to say. It's just how controversial my videos are. Like my main testimony that's gotten so much attention. I know that there are people who would disbelieve my story solely based on the fact that I was asking for money if I did. And so that's why I don't monetize my channel. It's not that I don't need it. It's that it would greatly reduce the number of people who listened to me. So I don't want that. I want people to take my message in and to see that I'm not doing this for money. So that's why I don't ask for it. It's not that if I did ask for it or accept it, I would be doing all this for that, because that is not true. That's just what a lot of people would think. And again, I am here to help stop child trafficking. I'm not here for myself. And I really don't want people to take anything I've said and use it to pass judgment or justify passing judgment on either the people I've mentioned in this video who do take donations or anybody else who does. I support Dee and Serenity in accepting donations. I think that is correct for them and in the positions they're in. Dee herself has 2 children, one of whom is disabled, and I absolutely support her in trying to get financial support any way that is healthy for her to do so. I just given the nature of the way I talk about this stuff, the kinds of things I say, I don't think that is something that is wise for me to do at this time. But there are things that people can do to help me. One of the things that I need is therapy. This is the one exception to things I will accept from people. I need a therapist. I need somebody who I can see for free because I do not have the money. If there is somebody who would be interested in doing therapy with me for free over Skype, that would be amazing. And I want to be clear that I'm only willing to accept this from a licensed professional. Anybody who offers me this, I will be deeply researching. I understand how dangerous this is for me to ask for, given how many people would try to pose as help when they are perpetrative. But I want to give this message to anybody who is a licensed counselor. If you would feel comfortable talking to me one-on-one, I think that you could be of tremendous help to me personally. Just please know I will be vetting you very carefully, anybody who reaches out. So that's probably the big thing. I've had people offer to do shamanic healing stuff with me. There is one person that I am talking to right now about that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to accept. I'm going to have to look into that person a lot in order to make a decision. It's very risky for me to ask for these sorts of things. But yeah, this is an exception. This is one thing that I am going to ask for that would normally be a service someone would pay for, is therapy. The last thing I want to say is that I have a video where I talk about finding subliminal images in 2 of my videos, including the one in which I spoke about it. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description below. Just please be forewarned, I found a subliminal image in the very beginning of that video. So if you click on it, you're likely to get hit with some kind of subliminal trigger. I would like to be clear that the only reason I was able to see this was because of a slow internet connection. I have not been able to find any more images in my videos. And one of the things that I say in that video is that I need people with the technological skills to help me to find if there are other images in other videos of mine or in those videos themselves. I don't have the ability to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't have the money that it may require to do this, to get whatever software I would need to make this possible. I don't even have a computer. I just have this phone and a library computer I can use down the street. So a couple people have already actually reached out to me about this, and one of them I've been talking to, but I would really like multiple people to be working on this because I do not trust anybody really who reaches out to me about something like this. I'm not going to trust anybody until I build up a real history with them, and even then, I may be wary unless I'm able to see their face, to see content they've posted themselves on social media. Like my 2 YouTuber friends, Dee and Serenity, I can honestly say that I trust them because I've seen enough content of theirs that they themselves have posted about their own personal processes with trauma to know that they are good people. But to anybody who reaches out to me, if you don't have much content about yourself online that I can see, I may be extra distrustful. So I want multiple people to be helping me with this if possible. So anybody with the technical skills who has good intentions about this, I encourage you to reach out to me and see if there's a way that you could help me do that. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I think any other ways that I've asked people to personally help me have just been very general, and I've already covered in previous videos things about just reaching out and showing support. At this point, I've received so much, I can't even reply to all the emails I've gotten anytime soon. So just please know if you've extended your hand in friendship, sorry to glitch, if you've extended your hand in friendship to me and haven't gotten a response, it is probably because I just have gotten so many emails like it. I just haven't been able to reply to them all yet. So if you've tried to set up a correspondence with me and find that I'm not available, I hope that you don't take it personally. Just please know that I'm already at this point talking to multiple people and may not always have room for more, but things change, so I could go back to an email you've sent me and I could choose to reach out at a later date, or I may be intending to, I just haven't been able to yet. So, yep, that's all I gotta say. Sorry for talking so fast. I'm super thirsty and overheated. I'm just trying to get through this and hope that I've said everything that needs to be said for now. So thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everybody who's supported my channel. If you're watching and you're not supportive and you're not a very nice person who's been leaving not very nice comments on my channel, I'm not going to thank you. But thank you to everybody who has been supportive and who is watching and sending good energy my way. I appreciate it a lot. Bye.